Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 22nd to the 29th. This is for Aquarius and Aquarius rising, and we're going to jump right into it because this is a loaded week. It's a powerful week, and it is a week where there is a lot happening. It is the most important week of the month. So, Aquarius, first things first, happy birthday. I'm so excited for y'all, Team Aquarius. Well, for us, all right. If you're new to my channel, I am also an Aquarius. But I have to say, if you have felt the winds of change as of late, be prepared to feel currents of change this week. It is going to be a powerful week. And I do want you to recognize how special it is that Pluto moved into Aquarius the same day we moved into Aquarius season. Now, that actually really kicked off this week. So there's a lot happening for you. There's a lot of empowerment energy. There's a lot of energy around you and yourself and the role that you play and how you want to be perceived and, the things that you want to go after. It's all about you right now. Think about the sun shining a huge spotlight on you, Aquarius. Now, we actually kick off the week with not only that, but the first half of the week, the moon will be in Cancer. Now, this is actually a big deal, and I bring this up because it will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the moon rules Cancer, so it is a big deal. So there is that nurturing energy, that intuitive energy, that even just like emotions heightened, a lot of emotional intelligence, a lot of that going around, especially with family, especially with like the people in your life. It happens to be in your sixth house, so it could also be like pets as well. But it's also, the sixth house is everyday activities. A lot of work could be on your mind. Projects could be on your mind as well around this time, as well as health and fitness. Okay, could be a thing. I mean, my gym closed down the last time. It was like a Mercury. I don't even remember. But anyway, that was like a big thing for me that happened. Now it's like I already know I'm gonna be thinking about okay, I got to think about my health and what gym I want to join now. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. And you obviously, I don't even have to do a run. Do I have to do a rundown of like what that all this means in Aquarius? By the way, like Sun in Aquarius and Pluto in Aquarius. Anyway, Aquarius, as you know, you're very independent. You're very, you have that like rebellious flair, very forward thinking, okay, very future forward, very creative. Aquarians known to be like the geniuses, the Mozarts and Thomas Edisons and Harry Styles, just all up here, right? All up here. Very individualistic, marching to your own drumbeat. You're going to feel a lot of that now. I mean, I always think of that song Dancing on My Own by Robin when I think about like Aquarius stuff. Anyway, so let's get to Tuesday on the 23rd. Venus will enter Capricorn. So this is going to be very interesting for you, Aquarius, because not only is Venus entering Capricorn this day, but remember, Mars is in Capricorn, Mercury's in Capricorn. We have a stellium in Capricorn with all the inner planets in your 12th house up here. All right. A lot of y'all, did I ask you last time, y'all sleeping? I hope you're sleeping okay. I hope you're, because, you could be thinking a lot and deep, right? We're talking about the subconscious here. 12th house also rules intuition. Your intuition could be truly heightened this week. It's also hidden enemies. It's also self-sabotage energy lives in the 12th house. So you could be recognizing a lot of that and unrooting those things. But it really is, Venus in Capricorn, by the way, is very unique. Okay. Venus, the planet of love, money, beauty, sex, all of that, everything that Venus represents, being in a sign that's all about like, it's there's so much discipline there. And so it's like being very practical and pragmatic in terms of what you want long-term commitment energy. Okay. That will be a thing all revolving around what your heart desires. Okay. What your heart desires around this time. So keep that in mind. That is really kind of like the theme is long-term. Okay. And again, there is a sense of you unrooting things to recognize a lot of the things that you want in a long-term capacity. And a lot of it can have to do with partnerships and relationships, because now on the 25th, now we've come to Thursday. You see, we're only on Thursday. Now we come to the full moon in Leo, a huge thing in itself. This is a great full moon. I love this full moon. I love full moons. I love full moons in Leo. Okay. I love full moons in Leo. All right. It's very playful. It's really fun. A lot of family energy, children energy. It's like laughter. Think of laughter and stuff like that. Here's the thing. This full moon in Leo is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. And as you know, full moons are the end of a cycle. It's the end, it's culmination of something. What's very interesting about this full moon is that it will be opposite the sun in your sign, squaring Jupiter. And so something's got to go. Okay, something's got to go when it comes to partnerships and relationships. All right. So it doesn't mean that I'm not talking about like, yeah, for some of y'all, maybe it might be like the ending of a relationship, partnership, whether work, whether career, whether love, whether romance, whether, I don't know, your favorite, I don't know, Uber driver. It doesn't matter. It's a partnership, right? One-on-one thing, right? With y'all. Something has definitely got to go, and you may recognize that now because this full moon could be a little draining for you, especially with all this 12th house activity happening for you as well. A lot of emotional activity that's going on this week for y'all. So there could be something that is like almost exhausting. There could be this, there is a sense of like almost overindulgence in this area, but it's like recognizing, okay, am I exerting energy into something that I truly don't even want? It's like you having that recognition, especially with so much intuition energy flying about. Remember, we have a stellium of planets in your 12th house, which does rule intuition too, okay? And then kicking off the entire week with a moon in Cancer where it loves, where it's at home, where it's moon, all about intuition, and then the full moon, all about intuition. So again, trusting your intuition, okay? Gonna be a big thing for you this week. And when I say again, it doesn't mean like, again, for some of y'all, it can be like ending a relationship or partnership, but it could be just like ending a phase in it, okay? Ending a phase in it, or even a chapter in it, or even just restructuring it in some way. Again, there is gonna be this new system that you may be starting to build for yourself. Now, we get to Friday. Guess what happens Friday? Your modern ruler, Uranus, goes direct. Why is this a big deal? It's your modern ruler. It's your ruler. Secondly, now we have no planets retrograde. So when I say you're going to feel these currents of energy, I want you to ride it. Okay. I want you to ride this energy. Uranus is all about breakthroughs. It's all about innovation, but it's also surprises. It's unexpected shifts that may be happening. Okay. Now gone direct. So pay attention to that because Uranus is going to be very busy and very active this weekend, which we're getting to now. Saturday. So that happens Friday. Saturday, Mercury conjuncting Mars, the same day that Venus will sextile Saturn. This is very interesting. One, Mercury conjuncting Mars, really big aspect. Okay. Remember, this is all in your 12th house, and Mercury is all about communication too. And so I want you to think about this. It also rules siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and even neighbors. If that's a matter for you, it may be big because remember, Jupiter and Uranus are in your 4th house of home, family, right? All of that. So we'll talk about that later, but your domestic sector. So Mercury conjuncting Mars, there is something where I feel like because this is happening in your 12th house, something that you may be unrooting around this time and taking action to unroot it. And that is going to like almost open up this whole new world for you. All right. If there has been something where it's also like you taking action toward the thing, like the things that are in your mind, like really putting them in motion. Okay. Putting wheels in motion at this point. Now, remember, same day, Venus sextiling Saturn. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Venus being in Capricorn, again, in your 12th house. And then Saturn, which happens to be in your 2nd house. So a lot of what you do this weekend could boost your confidence, could boost your self-worth. A lot of it could have to do with money as well, because remember, Saturn is in Pisces in your 2nd house of money and salary and income and finances. So keep that in mind, because remember, Mars sextile Saturn a few weeks ago. You're still feeling that too. So a lot of Capricorn energy, because Saturn is the ruling planet for Capricorn and your traditional ruler. Again, this is going to be a wild weekend for you. Just expect changes. You may be starting to adjust to changes now. Now, on the 28th, oh my goodness, best day of the month, Venus trines Jupiter. Now, this is very interesting. Again, this is one of the most auspicious aspects. Two benefic planets, basically like like tickling each other. No, hugging. Okay, they're hugging in the sky. Venus, the planet of love and money and beauty, in this really great aspect with Jupiter, the planet that expands, the planet of good fortune, of prosperity, of profit even, okay? This is big, okay? This is really big. So it's really, again, your mindset, your mind power, putting wheels in motion, even taking action, okay? Helping you take action into the things that you want, all right? Now, remember, Jupiter is in your fourth house, and so is Uranus. So there is going to be a lot of home activity, a lot of home, family, children, your significant other. Maybe you're moving, maybe there's a roommate coming in, maybe you're buying real estate. There's going to be something big around this time, because the same day that Venus trines Jupiter, which, by the way, very earthy, very grounding. Remember, Venus is in Capricorn, Jupiter's in Taurus, and on this day the moon will be in Virgo. So earth, very earthy. Remember, I said long term, okay? So this grounding energy, this stability energy, you're going to feel it. Same day, on the 28th, Mercury will trine Uranus. Big, very big, okay? Now, why is it big? Because the day after, now we're talking about Monday, okay? The next Monday, but I need to group it in because this is a trio of aspects that come as a package. The day after Mercury trines Uranus, Mars will trine Uranus. So this is a big weekend, okay? Really big weekend. Remember, Uranus, your ruling planet, all about surprises and breakthroughs and the unexpected. So what this means is, like, you may have a very surprising breakthrough. Unexpected news could come your way as well, because remember, Mercury is at play here as well. And because Jupiter and Uranus are in your fourth house, a lot of it may have to do with home, significant other, real estate, the foundations of your life, okay? Family, all of that. But remember, these are trines. So these aspects, when I say the unexpected, they're good unexpected. They're happy news. It's surprising good news. Like, whoa, I did not see that coming. It's like Oprah could give you a house. Oprah could give every Aquarius a house this weekend. That's like the type of stuff. And she's an Aquarius too. Actually, you know what's really funny? So my birthday is on the 28th. That's why I'm really excited. I'm like, what is going to happen this day for me? Because there's so much like unexpected surprises, right? And team January 28th. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of y'all that are bored on January 28th too. But again, this is a weekend where you could just, it is like a window. Okay. It's like a window to the changes that are going to be happening in your life. So with that said, Aquarius, let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you. January 22nd to the 29th. Again, this is for Aquarius and Aquarius rising. And if you want to read for your moon and your Venus, all those other aspects, I would recommend it, because the moon, as you know, is very, very big, like very pivotal this week, as well as Venus being, with the fact that Venus is trining Jupiter, that's huge. And moving into Capricorn, Venus is very active. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Aquarius, see what's going on for you for January 22nd to the 29th. Now, Aquarius, it could also be, by the way, you could consider it like January 22nd to the end of the month, because on the 30th and the 31st, there isn't like any like crazy major aspects. But this weekend, if you saw my past ratings, I've been saying it's like a big week. It's a big week. Okay, so Aquarius, look at you. I mean, let me see if you can see this. Okay, so you're definitely going to be in your head. But things are going to be moving fast for you. All right. Look at this. Wow. So I'm not surprised. Again, you're an Aquarius. You're already in your head, and all this activity, the inner planets happening in Capricorn. Oh, wow. That's just a lot of, again, 12th house up here. You got the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords came up in your past, though, okay? Very interesting. It came up in your past, so there could be a lot of things that are in your head. I'm not surprised. Again, there's so much activity in your 12th house of hidden enemies, self-sabotage energy, even like facing fears is a big thing. And then that could be amplified with Pluto moving into your sign. As I've always said, Pluto is a planet that asks, are you going to own me? Or are you going to fear me? Right? So it's really just like a matter of like working with those things that may be in your head and just unrooting things. This is the week to do it, okay? This is the week to do it. It's very, very interesting. It's very interesting. This is a Gemini card too. Gemini being like, BFE, right? Best friend energy, your fellow air sign. I'm actually Gemini rising. So when I talk about being in your head, the fact that for Aquarians, you have Mercury, Mars, and Venus in your 12th house, the subconscious. Geminis have Jupiter and Uranus in their 12th house. So I have 5 planets in my 12th house. I'm just like, I'm so in my head. But ride those waves. This is amazing. You have the 8 of Wands in the heart of your spread. There you go. There you go. Okay, there you go. You're good. You're good. All right, moving forward. Moving forward, this is a lot of momentum. This is a lot of, it's almost like there's something going to land. Something's going to land. Something you want is going to happen. Something's going to come. You see all the wands completely aligned here. This is huge. And what I want you to do, actually, Aquarius, is think about these wands as arrows, okay? And the reason I say that is because this card is attributed to Sagittarius. Very interesting, right? That connection, because Sagittarius rules your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. And you are the native ruler of the 11th house. So, wow. The fact that you got the 8 of Wands in the heart of your spread, and this is, again, everything's starting to align for you. Everything, there's swift movement here. Wands, they're not bolted down. They're in their happy place. They're just in the air, whoosh, like arrows. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. That was weird. But even still, just expect things to move for you. Wands are your passions, your ideas, even your headspace is moving forward. It's also work related, a lot of work related energy here as well. Okay, with what's happening here. If you are here for career, now you have the Page of Swords in your challenge area. Biggest message coming through is like, don't fumble the ball. All right, that is it's almost like there's a sense of like don't feel uninspired, just keep going. There could be like and don't be like too impulsive this week. That, especially with the Page of Swords, who has a tendency to be like he's like so ready to go. He's so eager, so enthusiastic. He is a sponge, and he wants to soak up so much knowledge and learn things and learn how to wield this sword. But it came up in your challenge area. So again, try not to be like too impulsive. Try not to, but also just be open-minded to things that are going to happen this week. There is going to be some surprises with Uranus, your ruling planet, at play, but also just be really just being open-minded at this point, and really being communicative is really the big thing. Especially, again, when you are in your head so much, you've got to like get it out, right? You've got to get out. And it's easy to talk it out through. Swords are all about the mental suit. It's all about the mental suit. So keep that in mind, because you did get the 5 of Pentacles in your crown. So when I say with this full moon being very active for you, there is something where something may happen around the full moon, around a partnership or relationship, where it's a surprising thing where you didn't see coming. Okay. But remember, everything is happening in your favor now, and you have to be the one that owns it. You have to be the one that owns any situation that may arise this week. 5 of Pentacles is very interesting because it can have to do with home. All right. Remember, there's so much activity in your 4th house, your home sector, the foundations of your life. And this just happens to be a Taurus card where Jupiter and Uranus are. Okay. And for you, Aquarius. So this is a sense of like, I'm not saying that there is anything that will happen in that regard, but you may feel it because it's in your crown. And so you may be thinking about things like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I can go any further. I don't know if this relationship is good for me too. And again, work, it can be work or home and love, because it's Pentacles too. So it has, that money, wealth tied to it. But Pentacles are your physical reality, by the way, too, as well. They're earthbound. There is a sense of something holding you back, and you may recognize it this week. There is a sense of someone holding you back. You may recognize that this week. Okay, so recognize it, be open-minded, and really have that moment to really think about that. Really think about that. One of the reasons why I feel like you are going to be in your head a lot this week as well is because if you look here, you got no cups as well, and cups is all about emotions, and so it even intuition, like really like tapping into your intuitive side, that's going to really help. Get the Wheel of Fortune. I'm just going to encourage you to look at your past readings, but yeah, the Wheel of Fortune showed up in the root of your spread. So expect a major change. Just expect changes. All right. This is, the Wheel of Fortune is a 10. All right. So 10, 1, 0 equals 1 new beginning. And this is just kind of like showing like, all right, there is a sense of this new chapter. There's a sense of like me going in this new direction. A lot of karmic energy attached to this card. So you always want to be working with your karma as well. This wheel is constantly turning. Okay. This wheel is constantly turning. Now, there is a sense of, again, another nod to this expansion in terms of home life, the foundations of your life, because this card is attributed to Jupiter. As we know, Jupiter is in Taurus as well. But even still, there's for a lot of y'all, but there is a lot of luck with this card. And a lot of y'all may be feeling that. A lot of y'all may be wanting that. A lot of y'all may be hoping to go into this new cycle. Do it, because you have the moon in your future. So when you are able to move forward emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, there's so much you can accomplish, and you can get so a lot closer to your goals without anything holding you back. Now, you have the moon in your future. And so, again, like I said, the moon is very active this week. You're going to feel the energy of that. I want you to really tap into it and feel those emotions with the lack of cups here. Maybe that's a sign to really pay attention to this. Okay. And it's a sign. It's a sign. The moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces. Okay, so remember, you have Saturn in Pisces is going to be a thing for you, and so a lot of this can have to do with like money and finances. Maybe there's like a sense of you wanting to start this business, or you wanting to do something very different, but you're afraid of like, how much money am I going to make, or is this going to turn out? And it doesn't even matter. Even if you're retired, there could be, again, like real estate could be a thing, or even just something that you're putting all your passions into. There may be something where you really have to think about emotions. I talk about emotions all the time. Emotions are neutral, okay? It's the energy. It's the direction that you put those wheels, right? That I was talking about earlier. It's the actions you take that put your emotions in motion. In fact, actually, emotion, when you break it down to its etymological root, emotere, right? So energy and motion. So it really is. I mean, it really is. The emotion, the reason why I'm harping on emotions is, again, because you don't have any cups that showed up, and we'll see if you do in your stuff. But there is a lot of you just being like, right? But the moon, now it's just like saying, really go within, okay? Really tap into your emotional energy and put those, the action toward certain emotions that are more favorable, more empowering, more giving you a lot more confidence. All right. No, and I'll do it is your birthday season. I'll do a clarifier for you. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine as long as you trust your intuition, work with your intuition, listen to your inner voice, or you be in touch with your higher self. All of that, you're gonna be fine. If you give a little bit more emotion this week, you're gonna be fine, because that's gonna serve you well. It's gonna give you that mental breakthrough. So all of this stuff that's like going on up here, oh my gosh, the fact that you got the Ace of Swords, which is all about having that breakthroughs up here, you're going to be fine. Okay. So it seems like there is going to be a lot of like facing a lot of, even decisions that you have to make, or situations that may arise where you're like, oh my gosh, now I'm like dwelling on this, and it may be a little bit too much, but you will have that breakthrough that you need as long as you trust your intuition. Okay. Aces, new beginnings, new change. Swords, the mental suit. This is a big card of change, by the way. They both represent change. And so again, swords are more up here. So it's like logic, communication, the way you're thinking. But it's also like, if you think about your physical world, it's like facing, but also facing your truths, and being honest with yourself about certain things. But this is a lot of victory. This is a lot of success as well. This is also like, there could be some contract, it can be a soul contract, but it can be like a physical contract, like a new contract that you're signing. You will have that as long as you just don't fear anything. Okay. Now let's get to your stuff, because I know that I'm talking way too much in your reading. Aquarius, if you like this reading, by the way, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what is going on for you, Aquarius. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Happy birthday, Aquarius. You're fine. you definitely have to face some truth. It is now clear as day. Okay. Well, first, you got the Ace of Wands. So that's your second ace. This is really good. So this is showing me, yeah, you definitely want to be, there's this new thing that you're looking forward to. There's this new thing that you want to manifest. There's this new direction that you want to go. But especially, remember, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Ace of Swords, and you have the Ace of Wands. Look at those leaves sprouting from that wand. So think about that. What are the seeds that you want to play that will, germinate, that will, come to fruition? You are in that place right now. Focus on that, okay? There could be a point this week where you may be in your head about something that may have happened in the past. So that is something that you may have to face this week, is like, what do I have to do to get, come to terms with this or feel comfortable about this? Okay. So it really is, if you're going to be, it really is not focusing on the past or things that you may, or if you feel like you're going through some sort of like loss that is associated with the Five of Pentacles, it's more about like focusing on what you will gain. Okay. Remember, you have so much forward momentum. Now, you also have the Seven of Swords. Interestingly, an Aquarius card coming with the Ace of Swords and the Moon, that shows me, yes, you have to be honest with yourself now. It seems like there are some things this week that you may be like skirting. Okay. Hey, this full moons illuminate. This is going to bring some things to light, and you're going to have to be honest with not only yourself, but with the situation that's at hand, like really facing it, not running away from anything. Not that I'm saying any of y'all would, but while you are here with all this 12th house activity, unroot things, okay? Come to terms with things and have closure with things so you can move forward, because it looks like you want that. You have the Page of Cups. It's all about following your bliss. It's a cup. It's a cup. You got a cup. And where it falls in your spread, interestingly, it's like, I want this. I want to feel inspired. I want to feel love. I want to give love. I want to be in touch with my emotions. I want to be in touch with my intuition. So there is so much hope in your spread, because lastly, you got the Three of Wands, which is all about, it's like the green light. I say it's the green light card. It's all about moving forward now. It's like this new direction. Three is all about like the creation, the birth of new things. It's also like growth, advancement. It's self-discovery. It's not only going out there to discover what's out there and to open yourself up to these new possibilities. You see is all sky here. What do they say? The sky is the limit, right? So all this, it's like infinite potential with you moving forward with a lot of your passions. Remember, that is the ones, but you do have the wands in the heart of your spread. That's amazing. You have the Ace of Swords in your future. You have the Three of Wands in your final outcome. You have two aces here. What time is it? It's your birthday. Let me. Oh, okay. I'll do one more. I'll do one more clarifier. Okay. I'll do another. So here's the thing. Now things are getting a little, okay. So you got the Three of Wands, you got the Four of Cups, but then you also got the King of Swords, who is, as you know, Aquarius. Okay. But let's talk about this Four of Cups here. This is really, at this point, I want you to really, really embrace your emotions. Okay. I want you to do that. This Three of Wands with the Four of Cups, by the way, Moon in Cancer. Interesting, right? Interesting. So the first half of the week, really spend time having gratitude for the things that you have in your life, because this is a card of like testing your gratitude. You see the Hand of Spirit, okay, that appears in the aces, right? It only appears in the aces. So the fact that it's appearing outside of the aces in another card, in a minor card, in a pip card, it's a big deal here. So it is all about that gratitude, and it's really being grateful for the things that you do have in your life, even if there are some things that you're just like, right? Because this card is like associated with like tedium and even a little bit of boredom, but it's really, really being grateful and vibrating at a really high frequency. Okay. When you have that gratitude is the highest vibration in the law of attraction, but it's also like,
acknowledging that, right? Acknowledging that, even if there are some things that are hard for you or challenging for you, not focusing on like, the challenges of it, but again, like the things that you're grateful for too. Okay, the fact that you have a roof over your head, the fact that you have Netflix and Robin and whatnot. But just knowing that like some people out there don't even get opportunities, and here you are with the hand of spirit offering you this opportunity with cups again, love and emotions. So yeah, it's almost like there is going to be like you having to fulfill this like emotional capacity and showing it to other people too. But having it more for yourself. Okay. Being in a place where you're emotionally comfortable, and then you have the King of Swords. So you are just going to be like up here where you remember swords are the mental suit, King of Swords. Remember what I said, one of the big themes, facing your truth this week, okay? Not hiding from anything, really, really being honest with yourself. And it looks like you will be, okay? Well, the potential is there because you do have the King of Swords, who is the only king that looks directly at you. He has nothing to hide. He's faced all his truths. Good to go. Good to go, okay? A lot of power, a lot of authority here, especially up here. So not only did you get the King of Swords, you got the Ace of Swords. So you are going to be in this like, just very cerebral, but in a place where you're going to have to find that balance between up here and like what's in your heart, right? Like even all of it, like mind, body, spirit, pull it all together, because King of Swords at the end of the day, it's going to give you that power to like move forward and take that action that you need to take. You even see his sword is tilted, like he is ready to strike, okay? But this is being headstrong and just moving forward. So you're going to be absolutely fine as long as you confront have that emotional capacity where it's not like emotions of like low energy frequencies, like emotions of like love, like being in touch with your super conscious and gratitude and feeling all of that. But just know in the end, things are moving for you. So Aquarius, with that said, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. This is a big week. This is a big, big week. Oh my goodness. There's going to be a lot of changes for sure. It seems like you're aware of it too, but you do have this huge breakthrough that's coming for you. Okay. Especially up here, especially with your ruling planet, like moving direct. Anyway, next week we'll talk about February. February is a big month. We'll talk about it next week. Thanks so much, Aquarius. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.